Okay,
We're live.
we're live. Welcome to Dump on the Ump, episode 1. My name is Joel.
This is from New York. This is Jesse.
And I'm also in New York. This is Sam.
Yeah, I am in Champaign, Illinois. Champaign, Illinois. Home of the Illinois Illini, who are really bad at most sports.
Are they keen on anything?
They were okay at baseball. I wasn't even following. I think they won the Big Ten regular baseball championship and then petered out in the playoffs. But I remember they were supposed to go further in the playoffs, but didn't get very far.
Who's your rival?
We like to think that Ohio State's our rival, but they beat us at football.
Right, they're in a different level.
Yeah. Northwestern is the in-state rival, but I don't think we actually have rivalries with them in anything.
Is it a big baseball town, Champaign?
Only because of their team's been good lately. There's no minor league teams or anything. You can go to Peoria. I actually was looking this up. You can go to Peoria. There's a minor league team there. And I actually also read this the other day. They did a survey of the state of Illinois. And in Illinois, it's 40% Cubs fans, 22% White Sox fans, 19% Cardinal fans.
That makes sense.
And Champaign is kind of right on the border between Cubs and Cardinals.
Right.
And so you get
40% Cubs fans. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was that thing that came out online sometime last year, and it was I think it was on Facebook or something like that, and it was a breakdown of baseball fans by regions based on the amount of likes.
Yeah.
And it was it was really not that interesting, except that it was basically the teams that spent more money and had higher payrolls were more popular.
Yeah.
In larger higher population parts of the country.
And you can look into that too. I remember the New York Times has maps of they've done it for all the sports, right? And yeah, it's mostly the town that you're near gets the most likes, except for the couple of national teams.
Right. And what struck me the most was that it sort of showed that the state of Connecticut is firmly in the back pocket of New York City. It's everyone there is a Yankees fan, and it's
Yankees.
She's basically
on the Yankees nuts.
Sam could confirm this, but she booted out of New England.
Connecticut should be kicked out of New England.
It's
barely a state.
You asked me to name all the states in New England, and I'll miss Connecticut every single time.
Well, and I feel way upstate New York, when you get near the Vermont border and the Canadian border, is where it's there's a border between Yankee territory and Red Sox territory.
Yeah,
right.
But they're all Yankees fans up there.
In New York.
There's not a lot of Red Sox fans in Plattsburgh, for sure.
Probably were some Expos fans, though.
Maybe.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. Cool. They were still around.
Well, so just to lay out to our listeners where we're coming from in terms of our baseball preferences, I guess I'll start with myself. While I live in New York, I am and have always been a Seattle Mariners fan, which I think as the podcast goes on, we'll see that we're all in a similar boat in terms of our baseball.
Yeah.
And I'm a Red Sox fan. So I grew up in New England, minus Connecticut.
I'm a White Sox fan since recently. You guys both pretty much grew up baseball fans.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is,
before I could remember, I've been a Red Sox fan.
I mean, and I've been a Mariners fan since I was a small child. Since I've been paying attention to baseball, essentially.
Right. See, I grew up in Oregon. So what? So you can either root for Seattle, the Mariners
fans. For the Trailblazers.
you root for the Trailblazers, yeah. Yeah. And the Ducks.
Right. Ducks. The Ducks are king, yeah.
Yeah. It's but in baseball it's either and the same with NFL. It's either Seattle-based teams or maybe like San Francisco Bay Area teams.
Right.
Like
Which
I
is
think,
always a funny stretch for me.
yeah, it really. I mean, it's 8 hours to
Right.
San Francisco and 6 hours to Seattle.
From Eugene or from Bend.
From Bend, yeah. And I bet right now because like San Francisco Giants have been good
Right.
for a couple of years, I bet you've got pretty even San Francisco Seattle split.
And I would agree with that. It's probably true in Seattle also.
Right? Yeah.
I'm in a bubble out here because I don't even think about like what the city of Seattle is beyond like internet reading, like blogs and shit. Like what the feeling is in the city of Seattle about beyond them.
Yeah.
Not being very.
They're not very good. But so I didn't really pay attention to Major League Baseball until we went to college in New York, right? Because that was 03, 04. So like the first time I actually had to pay attention to and care about baseball was hanging out with you guys watching the ALCS and the World Series.
Right, when the Red Sox.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I cried, as I recall.
After the 2003 ALCS, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, for good reasons, after the 2000.
I'm not ashamed to say that.
No. But yeah, since I moved to Chicago, I adopted the White Sox, who I always kind of liked. Just I don't know. They have cool colors.
So why the White Sox versus instead of the Cubs?
Because the first year I lived in Chicago, I lived on the South Side. And so in Chicago, it's North Side Cubs, South Side White Sox, pretty much. Unlike New York, right, which is the Yankees are the good team, or the talented, successful team.
No.
This town is like whoever's doing well, then they'll root for them. They'll be like, oh, they did entire life. That's what's going on this year.
It's true.
And then it's like, oh, the Mets are bums when they're not playing well.
But it's also like I think it's a socioeconomic thing for baseball in this town. Like if you're like well-to-do, you're a Yankees fan, and if you're kind of more of a outer borough schmo, you're probably a Mets fan, or you think you're upwardly mobile, so you're Yankees.
Right. In Chicago, it's race. It's based on race in Chicago. Yeah.
Same with the Giants and the Jets.
Yeah, which one's which?
Giants are the like Richie Rich team, and the Jets are like the outer borough.
How come? Okay, why do Mets, Nets, and Jets rhyme? I've never figured it out. They're all like the second team, right?
I know, New York City being like the driving force of creativity on the East Coast, and they can't think of like an original name. I like syllable, hard T sounds. Maybe that's like there's a
Mets
focus group on that.
So we've got a White Sox fan, a Red Sox fan, and a Seattle Mariners fan, and you know they all kind of suck right now.
Right.
All three of them.
Well,
prediction number 1. Mariners are definitely gonna make the playoffs.
Mariners are definitely gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Based on what?
It's only 10 games under 500. First of all.
Right there.
So it's bound to happen.
They just got to win like all of the rest of their games. You know?
Right. Not even that. Like 86%.
Yeah. I mean, it's likely. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Some call me foolhardy, but
Jesse also calls the Mariners to win the World Series at the beginning of every season for the past 12 years.
He does. I actually remember.
Do they not think that though about their own?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about baseball, right? More than any other sport I can think of, everybody at the beginning of the season, everybody is like, "Yeah, this is the year."
Well, I mean, and then take for example, like and I always think it's like this is a bad omen when the press sort of put someone on a pedestal, and they did that for the Mariners, they did that for the Padres.
This year for the White Sox.
Below 500, and the White Sox.
Yeah, this
below
year.
500, and the Astros were going to be terrible again, and it just shows that they are full of shit.
Yeah, nobody knows anything.
They don't know anything.
They don't know anything.
What the press always wants to do, and now that we're members of the press,
right,
our fellow literati,
right,
but they always want to anoint the sort of, not to talk ill of my team, the Nelson Cruzes,
right,
and whatever is Ben Myers and such.
Yeah. Well, okay, so with the White Sox, they went out and got Jeff Samoja, and they were going to team him up with Chris Sale, and they were going to have the best starting rotation in the division.
The best 1-2, at least.
The best 1-2, at least, yeah. And then they would have had John Danks, who sucks now, but wasn't supposed to.
Despite his name, which is awesome.
And so they've got that, and that was supposed to be like make up for a bad offense. But instead of a 1-2, they have a 1.
Right.
And their offense is terrible.
Right.
They have like if not the worst offense in the AL. I'm looking right now in the AL, maybe all of baseball.
I mean, I would argue the Mariners are pretty close.
Here we go. I'm looking at just ESPN right now. White Sox have 383 runs. Seattle's got 385.
I take it all back. Great.
Well, that's funny, though, because that's like the exact opposite philosophy of the Red Sox this past off the season, where they're like, we're just going to load up on offense, and we're going to sign a bunch of shitty pitchers. We're going to, like, go through the season with a rotation of nobody's, like, better than a number 3 starter. We'll make up for it by scoring a lot of runs.
Right.
And, they made some great signings. I really like Hanley Ramirez, for example. Love that guy. Pablo Sandoval's having, playing about a normal season for him, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, that kind of philosophy of, like, hey, we're just gonna like crush the ball and just kind of hope that we can keep people under 10 runs a game. It's like not been working out for them this season. Right.
Yeah.
Just kind of,
yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't have done it that way.
No.
Well, I mean, if you want to win in the playoffs, you have to have pitching. But you got to get to the playoffs in order to win at the playoffs.
Right.
You have to win, and you have to win at least 2/3 of 160 games.
Right.
160.
Not 2/3. No, dude. Way less than that.
Yeah, it's true.
58%.
That's like, think of politics. That's
everybody wins.
Think of someone's approval rating. 58% is very high.
58% is very high. Yeah. But how many teams? And okay, here's a question I want to ask you guys is about the second wild card and how that's changed how we think about baseball teams.
I don't like it.
I don't think I like it either. I'm not sure.
Say that I also don't like it, but I think we all probably don't care for change in baseball.
No, here's
rule.
the thing that I think about it is that you play in 162 games. Everything in baseball is a series. The idea of having a one-game playoff doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Well, people watch it. It's a game 7.
Right.
Except it's a game
1.
Right.
Why not make every game 4 innings then?
It's like, this is just 1-inning games. We'll just have them play 3 1-inning games. We're going into extras, everyone. Bottom of the second.
Dude, I bet revenue would go up. People could bet you wouldn't get bored. You get bored in the 7th inning.
Right, it'd be like the dog track. People would just come in and scream for 20 minutes and then go home. Get really angry and go home.
But then the players have to play 10 games a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's the 2:00 game coming up. Followed by the 3.
Yeah,
4.
exactly.
Doubleheader at 4 and 4:30.
We could be onto something here. We could be like the XFL of baseball. Oh.
Picture, you play 1,600 games a season.
I think we also could open it up to like second tier cities. Like
Yeah.
everyone has a team. Everyone has like 500 people on their team.
That'd do well in Canada.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Canadian baseball.
Yeah, Canadian baseball. Yep.
Is it?
We're gonna send that to Bud.
Canadian baseball that already.
Can we talk about Canadian baseball, though, for a second? About the Blue Jays?
Yeah,
the
that's
Blue
true.
Jays, yeah.
Because they're in second place right now,
Yep.
and they've been, like, pushing hard.
Yes, but I do want to go back to the wild card thing. But yeah, go.
Wait, what? What do you want to go back to?
Here's my thing I wanted to say about the wild card. Okay.
Oh, wild card.
The White Sox have been bad all season. They go on they win 8 out of 10. They go on a tear.
Sure.
Scare quotes. Win 8 out of 10. They're still below 500.
They're still 11 and a half games out of first
They're
place.
still 11 and a half games out of first place. But they don't sell. Because now they're thinking, hey, we're competitive for the second one. Like, it makes teams delusional who should not be delusional.
Well, I think of the White Sox as being very similar to the Astros in a lot of ways.
How so?
They have a lot of talent. They have like some like heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Just also in terms of like how the rest of the league sort of approaches them. Like they're meant to be this other team, and like I think the White Sox could be very good, very quickly.
Yeah.
And that's true of like most baseball teams, right? But
right, it's like if we just get
right.
yeah.
If we just had some fucking quality pitching.
If we just get if we just get out of the slump that's lasted 103 games, at some point that's not a slump. That's how good you are at baseball. Not quite average.
Well, and then
So you think that second wild card game is bad because teams like the White Sox this year are not selling when you think they should be?
I don't know because I think teams who sell often get screwed by selling. Like I'm not convinced of just the general wisdom of.
Well, no, but that's not true though, because the Houston Astros have been selling for like 10 years, and now they have an amazing team of a bunch of people who are under 25 years old
And cheap.
and cost no money because they've just been like selling everyone they have as soon as they start to like be worth more money for a lot of young talent, and it's finally starting to pay off for them.
Yeah.
And the flip side of that is someone who holds like the Mariners and like holds these players who think they're going to develop into something and just don't.
Yeah.
And like just flounder for years, and it's like, and especially the management sort of gets bogged down in the idea of someone, and it's like when you're playing poker and you're like, oh, I have you want your hand to win, but it's just not like,
good enough to win.
You're not reading the numbers, and you're not really like being realistic about it.
Yeah. No, I guess so. Yeah, I guess it is. That is what I would say. I'd say.
Young talent doesn't amount to anything.
Oakland's been doing the same thing for years, also. You know what I mean?
But they sell though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they
sell.
Exactly.
All the time, like and they're competitive.
Yeah.
You just have to be good at it. I think. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Right.
I feel like there are certain teams that just do not get a return on the sort of thing that they're letting go.
The Mets.
Well, the Mets were interesting this year because they were buyers at the trade deadline, which they haven't been.
I guess they're above 500, but
they're in second
Oh
place.
yeah,
they're tied as of right now.
Oh really?
Yeah, they swept the Nationals this week.
Yeah, they're tied with the Nationals right now. Wow.
And they have Cespedes.
Yeah.
That's
I know.
That's
That guy
a
plays
boom,
on
yeah.
a different team every month. It seems like.
I mean, yeah.
But I don't know. They've been, because we live in New York, there's a lot of New York media about the moves that the front office has been making for the Mets. And they gave up a lot, apparently, as far as young talent. But they're another team that have been sellers for years and years and years and have been building up this talent pool, and they have an amazing young rotation. And they just gave up 3, like, top-of-the-line prospects, pitchers.
And win now.
Right, it's with
Win
well,
now.
but they also have a really young rotation. Right now, they have, Matt Harvey is the old man on that staff pretty much, and he's 25, 26, something like that.
That's it? Oh. Well, let's talk divisions. So,
Well, no. Sam had something to say about Toronto, Canadian baseball.
all right, Toronto. I mean, if I'll jump in since he's getting some cheese.
Yeah. Keep talking. I'm gonna get some.
Yeah, we're eating a little cheese. Quite good. Toronto wants to win the division. They're selling hard, buying hard, and it could pay off. I mean, I think the Yankees are not that great at all, and could easily be overtaken.
Well, the Yankees are like 5.5 games in first place right now. And the Blue Jays made some pickups at the trade deadline. But I feel like the Blue Jays, I just don't know what to think about the Blue Jays because they
do this every year.
They've been for years, for a few years. There was, what was it, when they bought the entire Florida Marlins, essentially? You remember that? Right? They got,
yeah. I mean, they got,
what's his name?
After Jose Reyes?
Oh, no, they got Jose Reyes. That was that year.
No, but he was didn't they get him from the Mets?
Yeah, I got him from the Marlins.
So he'd already left
Because
the
the
Mets.
Marlins had that huge year where they built a new ballpark and they're like, we're going to be this great team. They spent all this money on players. They came in last place that year, and the next year they sent everyone to Toronto. Right? That happened.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Well, it's like when the Red Sox dumped everyone and up the Dodgers.
Right. Yeah. Same deal.
Yeah.
But they haven't. I don't know. It's been kind of underperforming, team for a long time.
Yeah. Longest team.
Not that I'm the team on the speed because the Red Sox also.
But team with the longest playoff drought, Blue Jays.
Really? Blue Jays? I did not know that.
Since '93, since they won the World Series.
Since they won the World Series. That's crazy.
Yep.
I guess it makes sense because they're buried in the AL East.
Yeah.
And that includes being buried by...
This year.
Yeah, I know.
What? Yeah, this year it's weak. Yeah. Okay, so divisions.
So I'm just thinking Central, AL Central,
Okay, no. Let me talk about the AL. I want to talk about the AL Central because, my team, the White Sox, they're the bad guys in the AL Central, right? They're the big market team that spends the White Sox. The White Sox are the bad guys in the AL Central.
The Tigers?
That's debatable. The Tigers are the only team I openly root against. I don't like the Tigers at all. But the Tigers are they're the big market team that spends a lot of money and wins more baseball games.
They're the Angels. They're like the Angels.
Yeah, they're a lot like the Angels, yeah. The White Sox are a team that is big market, that spends a lot of money, and doesn't really win that many baseball games.
Like the Red Sox.
Well, except the Red Sox have, 3 World Series? The White Sox have 1.
Yeah, they sure do. I was fishing there.
Old desperate Sherman.
Okay, so Kansas City. 62-42, 596. Kansas City Royals, the defending AL champions. I can't hate them because I like the story of a small market team with history, right? This isn't like
it's like Oakland being good.
Or Pittsburgh is where I was going at.
True. No, that would make sense.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I know.
My point is, we should all root for a Kansas City-Pittsburgh World Series.
Really?
And I want to see Joe Biden fight
a bear.
Maybe fight
or an actual pirate.
An actual pirate, yeah.
But yeah,
I've been reading about Joe Biden running for president today and have it on the brain.
I don't.
Wait, he's from Connecticut, though.
No,
he's from
Delaware.
He's from Delaware,
Yeah.
right?
Baseballists. They're basically Phillies fans.
End of the 7th. 9 Mets 12. Miami 0.
What?
Wait, Mets 12, Miami 0?
Yeah.
Wow. Is that here in New York or in
No, Miami.
Dude, we should go to a Mets game soon.
Yeah, I'm about to go out of town for
Yes, home for 2 weeks.
as of 3 days from now. Anyway, go on. So you have KC. I agree. I would like to root.
KC's a fun team to root for. They're cool. Did you
I
see?
will root for the American League over the National League pretty much any day.
Pretty much, yeah.
Unless it's a team I really hate, like the Angels.
Or the Yankees.
Right.
Or the Yankees, yeah. I'd root against the Tigers.
So we each it's already clear which team we hate the most in our division. Each of us.
The Yankees, the Tigers, and the Angels.
Yeah. I cannot stand the Angels.
Yeah. Big market teams.
Big market.
Except Chicago's a bigger market than Detroit. Like Chicago, the White Sox are the bad guy team.
Right.
I hate
They
the
have
second
a
largest
payroll?
market, Detroit. What?
They don't have a higher payroll, though.
No.
They can't. I mean, Detroit spends a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, do the Cubs have a higher payroll than the White Sox?
Usually, let me look that up. That's interesting.
I'm just going to go with my gut here and say that they do.
I would say
Yeah.
that they do also.
Yeah.
And to little effect.
Yeah. Oh, dude, if you want me to start hating on the Cubs, I will start hating on the Cubs.
Lay it on us.
Yeah.
So, like I said, like
talk a little bit about why the difference between Cubs and White Sox fans. Like,
okay, so the second year I lived in Chicago, I lived really close to Wrigley Field.
Right.
And if anybody actually listened to this, Wrigley Field is awesome. Like, it is deservedly, like, fucking an awesome experience as a fan.
Blew it this year, though, right?
Blew
Didn't
what?
they start the season without any, like, outfield bleacher seats because they were doing renovations and they couldn't get it done in time?
Yeah.
And there are, like, no bathrooms in there because there's, like, no plumbing or
Yeah.
some shit.
Well, like, yeah, all visiting teams hate playing at Wrigley Field because it's 120 years old and there's no plumbing and like
Yeah.
and there's no.
Fireball.
My favorite is the bullpen. Is that what you just said? The bullpen?
Yeah.
There's no bullpen.
He said fire pole.
I said fireball.
Oh, yeah. There's no bullpen. So if you warm up your pitchers at Wrigley, there's no like barrier
You're on
between
the
them
field.
and play. So like they can get hit by like a line drive.
It's like Little League. You're on the field.
Yeah.
Is that not the same in Oakland also?
It's the same in a few
It's in a few
stadiums.
ballparks, yeah.
For sure, they have a few ballparks that are.
Baseball players don't like it.
They should outsource that to like Tampa. So like where the Tampa has the giant like ray, like devil ray, like aquarium.
Tank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tank. By the way, I saw Nelson Cruz hit a home run into the tank and like hit a ray.
He should
Yeah.
win like a Ferrari or something.
Yeah.
Like
He's gonna win extra blood doping for the league.
Yeah. He gets to skip his next drug test.
okay, I'm looking at payroll 2015. Number 6 Tigers. There's total. 159 million. Number 11 Cubs, 129 million. Number 15 White Sox, 116 million.
Where are the Red Sox?
Third, 176 million.
Is it Dodgers?
Dodgers are 1, 299, $300 million for the Dodgers.
Wow,
Yankees 211, and then Red Sox, Giants 4, Nationals 5, Tigers, Angels, Rangers, Phillies, $138 million for that Phillies team.
All they bought was like 10 bags of garbage.
Blue Jays 10th at 134. Cubs.
Going back to the Nationals, can we talk about how much I don't like Max Scherzer for no real reason?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
I don't like him. Does he seem like a little bit like he's like it's like a little pre-war Germany and he's like maybe a Nazi?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He definitely seems like he might be a Nazi, like secretly.
Yeah.
I think.
I think that way about a lot of pitchers.
Yeah, I think that about a lot of pro athletes actually in general. Yeah.
I think there's a good sci-fi novel you should write about like the Expos moving to Washington D.C. and becoming the Nazi team.
Joel, I think we might have.
Yeah, you blinked out. Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. you want me to restate my theory?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, the podcast is gonna pick up what I say, so our fans are gonna hear it again.
Okay.
The sci-fi novel about the Montreal Expos moving to Washington D.C. and becoming a team of Nazis.
Oh, yeah.
What year is it though? Is it like the
I think it should be like whatever year they moved. What year did they move? Like 97, 98? When did they do that?
No,
Nah,
it was way
like
after
2003.
It was 2000?
2003.
Okay, so it's 2003. And this is a plot to like take over America. Except
also-
not with Canadians.
So are these Canadian Nazis?
No, they're not Canadian Nazis. They get rid of all the cool Montreal French players and fill them with American Nazis.
Oh, that's very topical to Nazis getting rid of the French. You know?
There you go. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, now you see what I'm talking about.
yeah.
And they're now in our nation's capital.
And that's what I'm saying. They're now. It's only three letters. Nationals is almost nationalists. They become the Washington Socialist National Socialist. The Washington National Socialists. There you go.
Wow. Huh. That's a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty. I mean, okay, let's look at not many laws for both of those guys drinking beer.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just digesting now, and then I realized that I actually have a lot of conspiracy theories about baseball.
Yes. All right. Go for it.
I kind of feel like the St. Louis Cardinals might be cyborging their players a little bit.
Completely.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Did you guys follow the whole hacking scandal? Where they
Was that when?
where they hacked the Houston Astros?
Yeah.
But and by hacked they mean like stole their password or something like that.
Right.
Were they-
hacked the mainframe.
Were they even going to play each other this season?
No, it was about they were looking at the same players to recruit, and basically a guy who had been a scout, and I think this is true, but if not, I don't care. A guy who had been a scout for Houston got hired by St. Louis.
I'd still
Told them the password, which is like 123 password.
Right. Yeah.
And,
1, 2, 3. That's my password, dude. Mine too.
and so the Cardinals got, mostly worthless information about what, dude in Boise, Idaho, the Houston Astros were looking at.
Yeah.
John Ringtower loves to eat raw onions.
Exactly.
Well, okay, so, but that's some cyborg shit, right? That's like some half man, half machine maneuvering.
I mean, the coach.
Wait, are you asking how come St. Louis is good? Like, are we talking about the NL Central?
He's telling us what.
I am telling you.
The
Go
cyborg.
there, and they replace your bones with nanobots or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
No, I heard an interview with the coach of the Cardinals. What's his name?
Is it the
Mike
same?
Matheny?
Wait.
Mike Matheny?
Let me look it up. I don't know. I'm blanking because I'm thinking of the guy who was their manager for forever and ever.
Tony La Russa is who you're thinking of.
It's not Tony Lewis anymore.
No, he's retired.
Yeah.
I also
Mike
probably
Matheny.
a pervert.
You're thinking about
It's
Mike Matheny.
it's Mike Matheny.
Mike
So,
Matheny, yeah.
Mike Matheny on Terry Gross on Fresh Air. I
Really?
did. Yes, it was a long interview. He's very religious.
Yeah.
No
shit.
Doesn't swear, and is totally into it's very funny because he was talking about how there's certain unwritten rules of baseball where you have to show emotion, and he seemed to battle with the whole concept of showing emotion.
Oh, really?
To the point,
Yeah.
to Sam's point. So and getting when a pitcher throws a little chin music, and to our listeners who don't know what that means, it's when you throw the ball pretty much in someone's face at about 90 miles an hour.
Get your head out of the gutter,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. Anyway, so he was saying how he grapples with the idea of that, which shows some emotion, actually. But
Did he say,
You're saying he's a robot.
not become huge?
Yeah, you're saying he's a robot.
Terry Gross was like, how do you feel about throwing the ball so close to people's faces.
I feel that Terry Gross maybe has some trouble grappling.
Yeah. She's
No.
playing.
No.
You think
She's.
so?
I think she's like. I would have her play second base on my team. How about volunteer our baseball team? Anybody?
Terry Gross, second baseman.
Terry Gross, second base.
I would have.
Garrison Keillor is the catcher.
Oh.
For sure. Yeah.
I would have Ira Glass probably somewhere in double deep right field. Everyone would be in deep center field.
Yeah, or like long relief.
Yeah.
All those Vegas shows are so long. Like, oh yeah, this guy's good for like 700 innings.
I would definitely have the guy who does Market Watch.
Marketplace.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kai Rizdal, starting pitcher for sure.
Well, Steve Inskeep, he's the morning edition guy, right?
Yeah,
he could
he'd
pitch.
probably be playing. He'd probably be the coach.
He's
Yeah.
like the guy who wears the sausage suit and runs around the outfield in the 7th inning.
Oh, speaking of, what is a White Sox mascot? What's the White Sox mascot?
Southpaw, the Southside green fucking ugly monster.
What?
Southpaw.
I also didn't understand.
The Mariners have a moose. I mean,
Yeah, no. Okay, it is not the Philly Fanatic, but at some point in like the late 80s, I don't fucking know, baseball teams thought that, the best way to get players, fans to the stadium is to have your mascot be a creepy blob monster. Because
the Red Sox have the green monster. That's their.
I guess you guys have you've got a green monster, which I mean Southpaw, South Side, left, haha. But he's really, I hate him. I hate that mascot.
Yeah. Well, didn't the Cubs just get their first mascot ever?
Did they? I don't know. That'd be
There you
hilarious.
It'd be funny if it was.
But
actually,
it would make sense for them to have a mascot.
Because it's a Cub, right? Yeah, that's a thing, right? Yeah.
I always thought it was the Chicago Cups. I thought it was like the kind of cup to put in your pants.
No, that doesn't even make sense.
I thought it was cups.
Yeah, dude, Cubs. For the last 104 years.
That's crazy. I've been saying cups this whole time.
Yeah, I thought that was a weird Seattle accent.
Chicago Cubs.
Chicago. Oh, they do have a mascot.
Yeah, it's new. It's like this year it's new. It's like,
It's
sorry that we let you go to the bathroom while you were at our stadium. Here's a mascot.
Here's a giant urinal.
Cloak the Cub.
Urinal.
Named on January 13th, 2014. He looks like the Simpsons dog.
Snowball?
Homer plays the mascot.
His little help.
The cartoon character.
Santa's little
Poochie.
Poochie! There we go. Thank you. Poochie. It looks like it's got it has a backwards baseball cap.
No, it is Poochie then.
It's Poochie. Yeah, they have Poochie. Poochie the dog bear is their mascot.
Yeah. Is the Capital City Goofball? That's the Philly Fanatic, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Go Topes.
Go Topes! That is like the single greatest thing. I want to say it. For our viewers who do not know, New Mexico AAA, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
The Albuquerque AAA baseball team is the Albuquerque Isotopes. After a fan vote decided, it was a fan vote that decided that they would be named after the Simpsons episode where, is it Mr. Burns who wants to move the team?
No, it's
It's Albuquerque.
Oh no, it is Mr. Burns. He's trying to sell the team.
He's trying to sell the team to Albuquerque. Yeah.
So you're telling me that the Simpsons were the genesis of that name and
Yeah.
not?
No,
the
the Simpsons came first. They named the team after the Simpsons team, after the Simpsons episode.
Well, I mean,
And the guys were cool enough to be like, okay.
I mean, here's an interesting idea about baseball and the Simpsons. So the episode of the Simpsons from like the early '90s where
The
Mr.
softball
Burns,
episode?
the softball episode, which is
Right.
class.
Plays,
We're
yeah.
all
Yeah.
Simpsons fans.
Yeah.
And, the twain shall meet often.
That should be the theme song for our podcast,
Oh, yeah.
actually.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that is a really good. But so, how many of those players are still? Okay, Mike Scioscia.
No, they're all old. Yeah.
Wade Boggs, manager.
Nice.
Oh no,
he worked for Tampa Bay for a while, but I don't think he's
what's
there
his name?
anymore.
Who's the coach of the Dodgers?
Don Mattingly?
Don
Yeah,
Mattingly.
Don
No,
Mattingly.
he was the coach of the Dodgers.
Dodgers, yeah.
So he's for some reason I thought you said
Are you saying that if you played softball for Springfield, you were more likely to be a
fast
manager?
track to be a baseball manager?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless you're Ken Griffey Jr., Jose Canseco, Darryl Strawberry.
So if you're white
You're white.
and a cartoon,
Jose Canseco's white.
Yeah, but he was a juice. No,
He wrote a tell-all though, national bestseller.
yeah, but also why can't I remember the Roger Clemens? He's on that team too, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
he
And
turns
he's not a
into
manager.
yeah.
He's not a manager, and he's a juicer.
Question. Who did Canseco play for? I don't remember.
Oakland mostly.
Oakland. Yeah.
Wow.
But he also played for the
One
White
of his
Sox.
supporters.
Yeah.
He played for the Red Sox too for a couple
Did he play for the? He like became a hired gun like at the end of his career.
Yeah.
But he's
He
famous.
won 30 home runs a year and a 196 batting average. There, Jose Canseco.
That's why we came up with OPS, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what's it called when you bat? There's like a line in the sand when you bat under 200, and it's called the something line.
Yeah, it starts with an M.
Mendoza line.
Yeah,
Mendoza
Mendoza
line.
line.
That's what it's called. Yeah. I feel like the majority of the Mariners,
Or below the Mendoza line.
on the cusp.
Probably.
They're Mendoza plus.
Yeah. Mendoza!
Is he also the bad guy in The Simpsons? And all
He's
the
the bad
radio
guy
mo-
from Bane. He's the bad guy in all the Bane
Right.
movies. Yeah. Did they come up with Here's the Albuquerque Ice Test. It just turns out that Bud Selig's a big Simpsons fan.
Oh yeah. Selig? Did you also know that Bud Selig, while he was commissioner of baseball, would eat a hot dog every day for lunch?
That's gross.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
disgusting. The
Yeah.
man is made out of like preservatives. That's why he was like sustained his career so long.
The Red Sox broadcasters for the TV broadcast are these two guys, Jerry Remy and Don Orsillo, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're pretty funny. They like rip on each other all the time. But one thing that they talk about often, how fast Don Orsillo can eat a hot dog, because like every game or so he'll just like hammer a hot dog down during the commercial break, and then when they come back, Jerry Remy will just give him a lot of shit about how fast he eats it. It's really funny.
They are very good. They're one of the better duos I've
Yeah.
ever heard on the radio that are not like click and clack essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of.
They're on TV, not the radio.
They're kind yeah, they're like unlike anything. You've ever
What position are Click and Clack on your NPO?
It's
NPO
on radio.
baseball
You
team?
don't see them most of the time. You're watching the ball game, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. The White Sox have
Plus,
the White Sox guy is Hawk Harrelson.
Pardon?
I hate Hawk
Harrelson?
Harrelson. He's the
What?
Hawk. Ken the Hawk Harrelson. Like a bird.
This thing that he says when there's a home run.
No. Oh god, now it's on through my tongue. You can put it on the board.
Yeah.
Yes.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
guy.
He's so bad. He's so bad. And they're like, Steve Stone Pony, he calls him, which is like dumb. And the other guy clearly is not okay with that nickname, but like he calls him that anyway. And he's just the banter during bad, because there's so much boring bullshit in baseball, and their banter is just so bad. Their banter is the worst. And he's a homer like you want your baseball guy, you want your announcers to be like for the home team, right?
Right,
You
yeah.
have to be.
You don't want them making like poorly justified excuses for why your team sucks.
Right.
Like he's constantly being like,
All announcers do that, I think.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a lot of black mold in the clubhouse today.
yeah, that's what he does all the fucking time. And I'm just like, no, dude, we're losing because like we don't hit the ball with the bat.
Yeah, the bat doesn't get hit with the ball when the runners are on.
Yeah, yeah. Not because I don't know.
So here's
Wait, hold on. Let's go back for a second.
Yeah. Also, we got 15. We got 15 minutes. Right?
Pony?
Hold on. We have 45 minutes. So if we have a 60-minute episode, we're 3/4 of the way done.
We're at 45 minutes?
We'll have 45 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Just saying. I mean, we can do whatever the fuck we want to do. I'm just
Right. Yeah. I thought we were going for 75 hours right now. That was the impression I was getting.
I mean, if
I thought this was one of the old-timey dance-off of podcasts. Okay, but the guy, Stone Pony.
Did you even hit record, first of all?
The guy's name is the Stone Pony. His partner calls him that?
His
calls himself
his partner calls him that. He does not know. Nobody. His name is Steve Stone. His last name is Stone, right? So it makes sense. But nobody else calls him that, and he does not call himself that.
I would think it would be way more funny if he called himself the Stone Pony and nobody else called him that.
Yeah.
But he just referred to himself as the Stone Pony.
Well, the other
Thank you very much, Chicago. This is the Stone Pony. Saying goodnight.
riding off,
Right?
Yeah, no, that would be better, but
Yeah. It would be fucking hilarious.
What is Arcillo say when Big Papi hits a home run?
He doesn't really have a catchphrase.
So the Mariners, it's Don. I was going to say Don Arcillo. They do 2 games a day.
Yeah.
Both Mariners. No, so it's Dave Sims and Mike Blowers. And if you recall, Mike Blowers, obviously, was the Mariners catcher from about 1996 to about 2001. I want to say.
Nobody remembers that.
So Mike Blowers, we say on the screen it would say Blower Power,
really, that's awesome.
which is really funny.
That's pretty good.
Because he was not that good. He was pretty good. He was a good catcher. So Dave Sims is like it's funny because you have like a color guy, like the color commenter in Mike Blowers, who is like essentially a monotone sort of like he's no Jerry Remy. No, he played ball, but he's not a very like highly exuberant. He's very sort of technical, and it's sort of like having a technocrat or a color guy. But
and
Sims, who is the the play-by-play guy, is the more like outgoing one, which is funny. And his whole when there's a home run, he goes, he says, "Giddy up, it's out of here."
That's pretty good.
Or he says,
salami.
no, that was Dave Niehaus.
Oh, he's not there.
He's dead.
Oh.
Or he says, "Boomstick, baby." When Nelson Cruz hits him.
Jerry Remy, the commentator for the Red Sox on TV, they call him the Rem Dog.
Uh-huh.
And literally 50% of dogs in New England that are alive today are called Remy or the Rem Dog. So you go to the dog park in Boston, you're like, "Remy, here, Remy!" And like, you'll just get swarmed with dogs. They'll just like run you down and just stand. Because they're all named after this one guy.
Yeah, sure. Well, so I don't care for the Dodgers, but I do like their announcer.
Yeah.
Oh, the old guy?
Yeah,
the old guy.
Mr. Old Man. Mr. Vin Scully.
Vin Scully, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's been their commentator for like 65 years or some shit like that.
Yeah, before it was like
1860.
It's true. And he only does like 20 games a year now. It's
right.
Like, they only do home games, and as long as the sun is a day game and the sun is really, really bright. It has to be
right, that's it. He was with the Dodgers before they moved to L.A.
Yeah, he was with the Dodgers when they were
the
here in
Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
Dodgers.
Yeah.
And FYI, we're very close to where the Dodgers used to.
Yeah, we're close to
Ebbets Field. Yeah.
It's now an apartment complex.
I think it was a hospital. Or a parking lot.
No,
it's a parking lot.
It's both.
It's both.
It's a parking lot for an apartment complex. Well, all right. So let's move on to the rest of the season.
Okay, so predictions.
There will be other episodes to come, but like it might be a touch. So let's.
This is clearly just evolved into total train of thought. Like
no, I think our Simpsons references were on point. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
go Toads.
Yeah,
go
Toads. I could talk about minor league baseball when we talk about sports biographies, because growing up, we had a single A team in Bend.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I rooted for the Bend Bucks. And we were a single A baseball team.
Is that a deer or a dollar sign?
A deer. Like, basically, have you ever seen, I don't know if you get them in big city New York, but they're all over fucking rural Illinois. Is like the decal on your truck with like a deer with horns. Basically, that was our motto. I don't know. I'll put it on the blog. It's a kind of a redneck thing. Anyway.
Right. Not many rednecks around here.
No, really.
Just this guy.
The decals on trucks where I grew up, they just said redneck on them.
Yeah, it's a big thing. It's like
Right.
it identifies you as a hunter is to have this buck decal on. Anyway, so we were the Bend Bucks. That was the team I rooted for, and like my birthday is in June, so like we'd go to a single A baseball team. It was always lots of fun. Yeah, I think minor league baseball is cool, and I wish I were more invested in it.
Is there a team close to you now?
Peoria, which is like an hour away. Like here would be the college team. I'd have to go to college baseball team.
In Seattle, there's the Tacoma Rainiers, which is the AAA team. This is my parents and sister went to a game there once in Tacoma, and it's very telling of a minor league baseball team what they give away. You know, it's like, at an MLB game, it's like, oh, you give away a bunch of plastic. That's like, it's a tote bag, or it's a bobblehead. At the Tacoma Rainiers game they went to, it was free loaf of bread night.
Yeah.
So it was like a loaf of like white bread.
Free slice of salami day.
Yeah.
It was like,
you just go 3 days in a row, you get yourself a sandwich at the end.
Well, yeah. How much does it cost? How much does it cost to go? I mean, I could get when I lived in Chicago, I could get White Sox tickets for pretty cheap. Like $25 probably. And this is like 2008, 2009.
Yeah, dude. Usually by this time in the season, Mets tickets are like $7.
Right. Yeah. And that's what's great about baseball. Like you can do that. Like you can't go to NFL game, even if your team sucks, you can't do that to an NFL game or NBA really. I think.
NBA a little bit more, but
yeah. That's the good thing about baseball.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, in New York, where we are, there's 4 professional baseball teams in New York, actually. Because there's the 2 major league teams, and then there's 2 single A teams also.
Right. The Cyclones. Cyclones.
Cyclones are single A.
No. Yeah. I think he's right.
Oh yeah.
I think he's right.
Lake Monsters. Single A. Single A.
So who are the AAA Mets fans?
I don't know. It's not the Cyclones, dude. The Cyclones are terrible. Remember when
they're terrible, but
like no one on that team is making
they're a single A team for the Mets.
Huh.
Cyclones are single A for the Mets.
And the Staten Island Yankees are single A.
Single A for the Yankees, yeah. No, they're single A for the Dodgers, actually.
they just call themselves the Staten Island Yankees to fuck with people.
I don't know. It's really confusing.
Yeah.
You go to like a team, it's like, like the Mariners have single A affiliates in like Tennessee. It's like,
yeah. That's because they're regional leagues, though.
Right.
I don't know.
So,
okay, so predict.
Right. Yeah, because we got to wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
We're getting close.
8 minutes.
All right.
8 minutes.
So, okay, it's August. The what day? It's the 3rd of August.
3rd, yeah.
We have. I mean, it's 2 months left to baseball. I mean, I'm going to
Yeah,
call
there's a lot
a
of
hard
baseball left.
prediction here. Mariners are going to win the AL West.
They're going to the World Series, huh?
And in the alternate reality,
Yeah.
the Astros. I think I would like if the Mariners don't. I'd like the Astros to win.
You want the Astros to get? Yeah.
I think I want the Twinkies to win the AL West. Or not the AL West. I mean the
Central.
wild card.
Oh, the wild card. Okay.
I think they have a good shot.
All right.
Can you imagine?
Okay, hold on.
No.
Let's take turns like predicting all of the divisions.
Okay. All right. So AL East, I'm gonna call. Yankees are gonna win the East.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna say the.
Fuck both of you guys.
Go Blue Jays.
Blue Jays are gonna play the wild card against the Twins. Kansas City's definitely gonna win the Central.
Yeah.
And in the West, the Mariners are going to take it with about 6 games over 500.
So you that means the Astros have got to kind of fall apart.
Oh, they're going to fall apart.
Yeah.
Astros are 4 games up.
If you look at me, I'd be doing the Mr. Burns like finger thing.
Yeah. Steve winging your fingers, good.
Oh, and then in the National
League,
I would say Mets are going to win. I actually think the Mets are going to pull it off and beat the Nats.
That'd be cool.
Cardinals have it locked up.
I think a big comeback by the Phillies is going to
The Phillies can't even get to 100 games.
The Phillies are like actually covered in cheese right now.
Literally.
Yeah.
I think that the Giants are going to overtake the Dodgers also. I'm going to call that as the upset.
Really?
Yeah.
No, dude, the Dodgers never come in first place. They just take the wild card and then they win the World Series.
Yeah, the Giants are in second place.
Yep.
I'm saying
they're 2.5 games out.
Yeah, I think Giants are going to overtake it. Dodgers will get wild card. They'll play whoever win and then lose the first round like they always do.
San Diego's only 9 games back.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about San Diego. They pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, well, they're garbage. They're going to dump their whole squad.
Well, you can't. This is what I also was going to say.
Yeah.
No, this is what I was going to say about the Blue Jays. Also, it's really hard to turn around a losing culture in a baseball team.
Yeah.
More than just changing all of the faces and the names. I think that there's a stink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, Southern California, those guys are way too laid back all the time. They have to train in Alaska and then play their games in San Diego and then sleep in refrigerators.
By that logic, the Twins should be really good.
But the Twins are a really well-run organization. They're a small market team.
They seem to not know how to play baseball.
No, but they don't spend any money.
True.
Who is the Arizona Diamondbacks? Who is a bad...
It's the Mariners. Sorry.
Jesse's really upset all of a sudden.
Sorry. No, I agree that Diamondbacks are also of all baseball teams that shouldn't exist.
The Arizona Diamondbacks and
the Marlins both.
The Marlins. Fuck the Marlins. But
yeah.
I like the Marlins new stadium. Like that fish that comes out when someone hits a home run.
All right, Sam, prediction time.
For the American League?
AL, yeah.
Both.
I'm going to go Baltimore in the East.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to take the East. They're going to come back and take the East. Kansas City in the Central. The Angels are going to win the West. The NL East, I'm going to go with the Mets. The NL Central,
old bandwagon shirt.
No, I think they're going to take it.
No, I do.
They
won.
Of any team that made vast improvements at the trade deadline,
I really think
that they shored up a lot of shit.
I agree.
Especially if they can get some people to get back to form, consistently. Central.
Cards.
It's going to be the Cards, yeah. I hate the Cardinals, though. So I'm going to call Cincinnati. So we're going to have huge
Cincinnati.
comeback.
Yeah,
They're only
Cincinnati.
19 games back first place right now.
That's a good call. I like that.
Bold.
Yeah, well, meet me in playoffs, dude.
Okay. Oh, you think what I'm thinking? Cincy, Seattle.
Cincy, Seattle. No one's thinking Seattle, dude. Only you. And then the West, probably fucking Dodgers. I hate the NL West. Can we talk about how much I hate the NL West?
I want to make my prediction, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you.
Because let's talk about the San Diego Padres. Alright.
I'm done. I think that was all of them.
Do you want to make your wild card? Did you make your wild card picks, Jesse?
Oh no. My wild card picks would be. No, I said Twins are going to take the Jays.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twins will take the Jays.
What about the NL? Or you don't even think about the NL.
Oh, in the NL, I'm going to call. Pittsburgh is going to lose to the Dodgers. Yeah,
Okay.
Pittsburgh's going to lose to the Dodgers. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Alright.
Okay. For me, I'm going to go with Detroit and Houston for my wild cards.
That's fun.
Those are good wild cards, yeah.
And then I'm going to say in the National League, Washington Giants probably.
Yeah,
The Nationals Giants.
yeah.
The Nazis versus the Giants. Yes.
Wait, hold on. Lost you. There, you back? Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Nazis versus Giants. I love it. Alright. I want to go NL first.
Okay.
I think Giants in the NL West. I think the Cards are going to win the NL Central, but I want to come back to that one. I don't know. Nationals or Mets? Let's go with Nationals just because the Mets never do anything correct. Like,
Yeah, no, that's true.
They fuck everything
But
up.
that shows our bias.
That's
though,
a
I think,
funny
yeah.
division, though, because, like, it's like the Nationals and the Mets, and then every other team in that division fucking sucks.
Yeah.
They're, like, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Braves are terrible this year. The Phillies
Yeah.
are terrible this year. The Mets are
And
terrible
they have to play
this
each other.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at
All
the
of
end
it.
of the season, it's like that's who you play, you know?
No, I mean, they're a terribly weak.
Yeah. That's possibly the weakest division in baseball.
Yeah,
Or-
probably.
Arguably, yeah.
Yeah. AL West, I'll go with Houston, but I really don't have faith in that pick. Like, they've got 4 games on the Angels right now.
That doesn't mean anything. All of September is like only
You're only playing in your division, yeah.
division play strictly for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's all out the window. Last one.
The Angels got Mike Trout.
Wow, Mike Trout.
Oh,
Don't
Nazi.
Fucking seriously Nazi. Look at that. Oh boy.
Definitely a Nazi.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam.
Uh,
Bolstering my point of view.
AL Central, Kansas City. AL East, Yankees. And my wild cards. Orioles and Angels. Baltimore's going to beat the Angels in a 1-game wild card. It's going to be cool.
Yeah. Have I told you my theory that all of the Angels are doping?
Are they Nazis?
Well, they're Nazis, but I also think they're all like doping. I think
Doping.
they're all like juicy. You know?
Yeah.
Pujols, come on. The guy's like 56 years old.
I was just going to say it. Like, God, they show Pujols. That's the thing. Okay, getting back to St. Louis being cyborgs.
Yeah.
Like-
No, Pujols is literally getting blood transfusions from Mike Trout every morning.
But that's what I'm saying. St. Louis got rid of Pujols at the right, like, exact goddamn time. They looked in the...
He's having a really good
He's
year
having a
this
good
year.
season, yeah. They got rid of him and he was terrible for 1 year, and then it's been pretty solid
years.
since then. That was 1 year.
Come back.
A good year, but he's
He's having
not
a really
bad.
good
He's
year
not-
this year.
If you look at the statistics, he's on an incline up.
So then he should be juicing. How old is he?
He's not that old. He's like 34, 35, something
Oh.
like that.
He's
For a power hitter, like you can have like good power
He's
hitting
below,
years. and
he's
you've
below
been
the
injured.
Ibanez.
Definitely.
He's below the Ibanez line.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Raul Ibanez. He's not 40. You know?
He's not 40. Yeah.
Right.
NL wild card Pirates and Cubs.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Cubs?
Yeah, just so I can drink their tears when they lose to the Pirates in a one-game playoff.
Yeah. Is that like a craft beer in Chicago? Cubs tears.
Oh yeah.
It tastes so sweet and so salty.
Only sold on the south side of Chicago.
I don't love the South Side. Yeah. No, it's been funny because like this is like the Cubs fans are so stoked right now for being third in the NL Central.
Right, yeah. Well, that's really good for them.
Yeah, it's and that division is stacked.
Yeah. Is it? So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Who's in that division?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Cardinals and Pirates.
And
Both good
And the
teams.
Brewers.
And the Brewers, yeah. Sad that
We
they're
haven't
not good
talked
anymore.
about it all.
We're over an hour. Do we want to keep going? We can. Hey, listeners, we are over an hour. You are allowed to leave. We will untie the chair, you from the chair, and give you the key to the dungeon. You're locked
Yes.
in.
Ooh,
Listen.
Milwaukee might be the worst team in baseball, actually.
No,
Oh, yeah, they
Philly
have
is.
nothing.
They're 23 and a half games out of first place.
Really?
Well, I think maybe we should end it up.
Yeah.
We can end it up with predictions, and then we can like talk a little bit about what we're going to do next time.
So should we just shut it off?
Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much. This has been episode 1 of like 700 at least of Dump on the Ump. Have a pleasant evening.
Yes. Definitely dump on an ump.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
also,
we didn't dump
we
on
gotta-
any umps. So
Why
We-
are all umpires such fat?
I'm
Also,
just okay. Wait, no, I gotta turn it off. But this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Statistically speaking, umpire will be the first job replaced by robots.
yeah.
Oh.
Or